Welcome back. You're watching Storyboard. Marico has launched personal and home hygiene products in response to the current consumer demands. For example, the launch of KeepSafe, a range of premium personal and out of home hygiene products. They have also come up with the new healthy product innovations or variants in the Saffola category. Ankita Saxena speaks to Koshy George CMO of Marico about these new innovations and their festive season outlook. Listen in.
Hi Koshi, welcome to CNBC TV 18. Many thanks for joining us.
Hi, Ankita. My pleasure to be on the show.
Koshi, how has Marico responded to the changing consumer needs? Tell us about the innovations in the health and the hygiene category. Now, I believe there have been a couple of launches like a new hand sanitizer in the medical category. Then there has been KeepSafe, a premium personal and out of home hygiene product. Tell us about all these launches and innovations.
Yeah, so I think what we were pretty clear, into the COVID breakout was that there was a significant, consumer opportunity, and that came through largely three trends. I think the first one, what we'd seen was there was a huge spurt in evolved hygiene, and that's why when you saw categories like, sanitizers, hand wash sort of exploding. The second one really was towards health and health in foods, and the third one was in terms of a lot of the out-of-home consumption moving in-home. And we saw a large play there in terms of ready-to-eat convenience foods, etc. So I think pretty much that was the starting point where we started the journey. But I think in terms of the innovations, what we did right was we got into the market early. So one of our first products we got in, within I think 20 days of the COVID was the Veggie Clean. We saw that as a very early opportunity because there was a strong consumer need and a large unmet need where consumers had to really get home vegetables, go through a laborious process of washing them, cleaning them, and we felt there was an opportunity in vegetable cleansing. So we launched within 3 weeks of the breakout. We actually came out into the market with Veggie Clean, which was our vegetable cleanser into the market. I think apart from that, we leveraged brand equities we had in Medica. Medica is it's a very strong brand. It has a huge equity over the last 25 years. And it stood for efficacy and natural cues. And we thought that was a good extension to move Medicare into sanitizers. And obviously, outside of this, we also saw the need for disinfectants, and that's when we got into travel protection.
Koshi, speaking about the emphasis on health, you have aimed to strengthen your play in the healthy food category. There have been a couple of launches under brand Saffola. Take us through that.
We did see there was a need for a sharp spike in consumption of honey that came from intrinsically strong immunity benefits that honey came with. And we did see a strong brand in Saffola, and we quickly launched Saffola Honey. So it was actually tested under NMR, which is one of the most stringent quality checks on purity of honey. That's something we were able to get out into the market with no added sugar. And I think with the right credentials of Saffola, we were really able to make a strong play into this segment. Apart from this, what we've also got into the market is we've got into the market with a range of Ayurvedic offerings under Immuniveda, which is one of the Saffola extensions. So we've got into Kada, which is a strong, Ayurvedic recipe, again for building immunity. So there we also launched a turmeric milk, which again is something known for, strong immunity properties. So these are a couple of a slew of launches we've gone ahead into the market with.
Koshi, besides all these innovations, the other important things are the price points, the SKUs, especially for a consumer goods company like yours. There was an emergence of a lot of local brands in the absence of proper supply and distribution chain. How are you taking care of that with the new innovations and the existing ones? It began by people hoarding the big family packs to now people looking for more value for money options.
Look, I think one of the trends which which was playing out right now is consumers are flocking to the more trusted brands, and you are seeing some sort of a consolidation happening in market shares. And I think, of course, what's happening along with that is we are seeing an intrinsic downtrading across categories. So I think these are two sort of critical trends which are in play. And one of the things we had done again very early on is we had identified the right, the price point packs which we believe made sense in every geography. And pretty much very early on, we decided that it needs there's a sharp economic impact that is hitting consumers today, and we could see early signs of down trading. And one of the things we hence did is we pitched out the right price point and the right value to the consumer across markets. And that's something that we believe is here to stay. And we believe that, and some of the stronger brands that we have, which is right from Parachute to Saffola to Shanti Amla, we've ensured that we've really not let a lot of the local competitors sort of get into the fray. We were very quick into getting our stock availability back into the market as COVID unlocked. And I think along with that, with the right set of the price point packs, which we've activated with the right value, I think we've been able to make significant inroads in both distribution as well as we've managed to significantly drive penetration.
Koshi, this is the time when brands come out and connect with the consumers. We are staring at a festive period. What is the festive season outlook? What is your strategy going to be? There were a couple of campaigns that came out from Marico's stable even during the lockdown.
One of the things we believed in is saying at a time like this, we need to go back and reassure consumers on the core values of the brand. And we've done multiple campaigns around our lead brands. To give you an example, on Saffola, one of the things we've noticed is that women have been under significant stress, and that's always been the case because they are grappling with multiple responsibilities of household, taking care of the kids and office work, and we believe that's putting significant amount of stress. So recently for the World Heart Day, we actually activated an entire activation which are about caring for a heart, because we believe that the stress that women go through is sometimes untold, but it does have a significant bearing on their heart. Besides that, I think one of our brands, Nihar Shanti Amla, which has played quite dominantly in the last 10 years in the space of education, I think we did a couple of very interesting things. One was we had tied up with Aas Vidyalay, who do a lot of online education for kids, and we actually provided access to millions of kids through an app, which is a Funwala Pathshala app, which is an app that you can download and actually run through entire classes from class 6 to class 10. Besides that, Parachute had done another piece of work around Onam. And this was in Kerala, and we had dedicated the entire festival to nurses.
All right, Koshi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Ankita. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
And now we are catching up with Navnit Nakra, Vice President and Chief Strategy Officer of OnePlus India. Since the lockdown has lifted, in fact, OnePlus has been on a roll quite literally, launching one device after the other, the latest one being the OnePlus 8T. We are speaking to him about their India strategy, the festive season outlook, and how did they deal with the nationwide anti-China sentiment. Navnit, welcome to Storyboard.
Thank you, Shibani. It's a pleasure being here.
So you guys are launching one device after the other since, we have started the unlock. Practically after every few weeks, there is a new device launch that, we get our hands on. And the latest OnePlus 8T is the most latest in the list. Can you just tell us the whole strategy around all of these launches? What exactly are you guys planning, or what exactly do you guys have in mind? And also throw some light on the pricing strategy.
Earlier in May this year, we announced a new business strategy, which is not only for India, but globally, which is to diversify our businesses by expanding across product portfolios and also expanding across a wider range of price points. So Shibani, before that, we were largely in the premium smartphone segment. And with the launch of the OnePlus Nord, we entered the mid-range smartphone segment. We were also, for the longest time, only in smartphones. And with the expansion of the product portfolio, we entered the OnePlus television categories as well. Now, the intent of doing this is to create a seamlessly connected, accessible ecosystem to deliver a premium experience across all mobile connectivity devices for people on the go. And as a growing company, Shibani, we are consistently exploring opportunities to fuel this growth and meet the needs of more and more users worldwide. And that's why, like you rightly said, we have seen a slew of products coming out with the OnePlus 8, OnePlus 8 Pro in the premium segment, the OnePlus Nord in the mid-premium smartphone segment, and the U and the Y series TVs, which are the 32-inch segment and the 43-inch TV segment, priced very aggressively in the market.
So at one end, you guys have a device practically in every budget category for the consumer. But on the other end, around the same time, when all of this was on, there was also like this mass anti-China sentiment that the country, went through. And OnePlus being a Chinese company, how did you guys really react to this kind of sentiment? And, what was the message that you guys put across?
Shivani, that's a good point. Shivani, if I step back and if we look at what the values of our company are, we have always been committed to a few guiding principles. First, we believe that some of these socioeconomic changes will always be part of working in a global environment, in a global world. And therefore, we always focus on the best products for our community.
How much of OnePlus strategy currently, evolves around 5G, considering, every smartphone maker, not just in the country, around the world, is putting forth their 5G devices. And specifically in a country like India, where, even the 4G adoption has taken such a long time, and there is still not 100% 4G adoption. So what exactly is your strategy around 5G, and what will it really enable on a OnePlus device?
We believe that a 5G wave and any strong telecommunication wave in the country is going to help consumers become more efficient. So our bet is to be completely in on 5G. In fact, Shibani, our R&D center that I spoke about is one of the champions of 5G technology for OnePlus in India and globally. And we have made a commitment of over 1,000 crores in the R&D center in India to develop some of these latest technology. We believe what 2021 and beyond will come out will be phenomenal once 5G is launched in India. And that is why each of our devices, whether it's the premium flagship or whether it's the mid-premium device, which is OnePlus Nord, is 5G ready and enabled.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for speaking to us.
Pleasure, Shivani, and wish you and your teams a very happy, safe, and joyful festive season ahead.
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back same time next week. See you soon.